Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. The final major update of Season 2 for Battlefield 6 is dropping here on April 14th with the Hunter and Prey update, aka the 1.2.3.0 title update. And today we've got a bunch of patch notes for this title update. So this is a mandatory download for all players here. This is going to not only add in all the new content here for the Hunter and Prey update with the new Operation Auger, a new LTV, the new machete and everything like that. It's also changing a lot with gameplay, a lot of bug fixes, a lot of gameplay adjustments here. So we've got the full patch notes to go through and break down as we do so. If you guys enjoyed the video, do me a favor, drop a like. It's always seriously appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, you want to ensure you are always in the know for all things going on in Battlefield, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications here. So come the 14th here at 9 o'clock UTC, players will be able to download this update. Then at 12 UTC, all the content is going to be going live. This update includes a wide range of gameplay, progression, UI, audio, and portal improvements to further polish the Battlefield 6 experience. So we know all about the new content already because we've had the roadmap, we've had the other blogs up until this point. We obviously have the new Battle Pass bonus path, which is going to grant you access to some of that new content. New Operation Auger LTM, which is combining Contaminated and Hagenthal base into one map for an operation. Should be pretty cool there. The new LTV vehicle is also going to be available. And then the new machete, the new weapon for this part of this season, is also dropping in the new Battle Pass path. We've got a new training path in REDSEC as well. The Hazmat Breacher is the new training path here for the Assault class, designed to empower its users into becoming the ultimate entry fragger. Leveraging a modified Breacher dart launcher, firing a concentrated form of VL7 smoke, players are able to weaken and dislodge dug-in foes while protecting themselves from the negative effects thanks to their protective mask. So that's now going to be available as well. Some of the key highlights before we get into the exact specifics here, major updates happening in this update here. We do have the new content, of course. Progression feels more rewarding. Weapon XP and vehicle XP are earned through active use alongside kills and assists. XP rates have been increased across multiplayer and Battle Royale and Gauntlet as well, with Battle Royale also rewarding higher scores for kills and damage assists. We've got BR and Gauntlet improvements in general with loot flow, strike packages, and armor plate availability have been rebalanced. There's a wider pass on challenge tracking, objective progression, so on and so forth. Combat feedback and gameplay clarity has also been updated with hit audio being clearer, rapid damage is easier to read, projectile and tracer behavior is more consistent. Weapons and gadgets receive a broad polish pass. Defibs and the AJ03 med pen have been updated, while attachments, animations, unlock presentation, and challenge tracking have all been improved. UI, HUD, and front end improvements have all been updated with menus, challenges, loadouts, end of round screens, localization, store presentation, battle pass readability all being improved there. And then portal, AI, audio, and setting enhancements have also been added in with this new update. So getting into the actual changelog, we'll have timestamps for these various sections with general gameplay with players. They corrected the in-game warning for the career total statistic tied to distance traveled as a passenger, very specific there. Improved the display of the completed assignments at end of round, improved the display of the dog tag unlock criteria, improved the profile stats page so it no longer shows a persistent loading square, updated the sprint slide tooltip, corrected the matchmaking stance on the SOR 300. Lasers and flashlights now enter a short cooldown after repeated rapid toggles so that you can't just spam it. Ping voiceover callouts now have a slight 0.15 second delay. Soldier acceleration curves have been slightly adjusted to better support 30 Hz experiences. Soldiers no longer continue sliding across the ground after exiting a vehicle that was moving uphill. Soldiers now align more reliably with stairs and uneven terrain when you prone, so you're not sticking out in like a weird situation there. Soldiers' heads are less likely to clip through nearby geometry when using a ladder, and third-person melee animations now exit correctly when performing a quick melee while holding another weapon. With networking and hit registration updates, important stuff here. Added a new bad time nudge network warning icon. Added value readouts to network warning icons when visible, including packet loss down, time nudge, high latency, latency variation, and server tick rate as well. Grenades are now correctly dropped if a player is killed when trying to throw one. Hit damage feedback audio now plays more promptly when taking incoming fire. Incoming hit audio has also been fine-tuned, so quick consecutive hits are more clear. Network bandwidth usage has been optimized so more weapon data can be sent in a single update. Hopefully that's going to help out with general behavior and performance there. Projectiles will no longer occasionally spawn at the wrong height at times. Trade kill distance has been reduced to 30 meters from 50 meters to reduce cases where damage can be rejected during mid-range engagements. And also visual bullet tracers now line up more reliably with the damage that you receive. Then we've got some vehicle updates here. They added the new LTV, of course. Camera transitions now snap back to the soldier instantly when redeploying or dying when remote controlling a vehicle. They fixed an issue where land vehicles moving at crawl speed could still trigger mines. Improved the Legion CWZ automated AA to help prevent enemy jets from being stolen or spawn killed. Improved the MBT decal customization flow. Restored the Relentless Trample vehicle decal as well. On the RHIB, that got a few specific improvements and updates there as far as pass handling goes, so it should be a little bit more usable there. The Scout helicopter also got several new adjustments here, changing the velocity and the behavior of several of the weapons available on it. Gadgets also get some specific updates. Controller haptic feedback now triggers more reliably when using the gas mask and the NVGs, so a little bit more immersive there if that's your thing. Expanded the assault ladder interaction logic, so ladders can now destroy additional small placeable gadgets and props. Improved the audibility on the drone self-destruct sounds. Added a missing recoil animation on the HTI MK2. Added a more urgent low battery sound on the NVGs. Fixed an issue on the NVGs where the battery depletion sound would not play when ADSing. Then also updated the vehicle hit scoring, so RPG crits and regular hits no longer award the same score. The med pen gets a few specific fixes here, as does the protective mask. Now, defibs actually got a pretty distinct update with this patch. So this update brings a meaningful balance to the defib aimed at improving game flow and overall pacing while keeping revives impactful and rewarding. After reviewing its behavior, we found it was too easy to revive multiple teammates in quick succession with basically no risk. Our goal is to preserve those clutch moments where you can get your squad back on their feet while encouraging more strategic deliberate defib use. To support this, the defib now has a charge system, starting with 3 charges that allow for some rapid revives before you need to fully recharge. Revive health scales with charge time 50% instantly, up to 100 when fully charged. The new UI indicator shows your charge progress as well. In addition, the health given with the charge duration can also be dealt as damage against enemies. That means that you can once again kill a player in one zap if you've charged the defib fully. PSA from your teammate that's been waiting for a revive for the past 10 seconds, please fully charge your defib. I can't count how many times I'm sitting there like medic 4 meters away like, hey, can you help me at some point here, right? So it's gonna be an interesting change to how defibs are working. Hopefully medics are still fully aware of what's going on around them, unless you're on my team, in which case I just expect the worst. Here are all the details around what changes with the defib are happening with this update. Progress crosshair UI while charging. Damage now scales from 50 to 100 based on charge level. Fixed cases where down soldiers cannot be revived when pressed into corners or if you were laying dead on stairs. Full charge time has been increased to 1 second, up from 0.65 seconds. Fully charged shocks now deal 100 damage again. Now use 3 charges that regen over time. Requires a 0.35 second charge time before a revive can be performed. The rate of fire has been slightly reduced. Revives now restore between 50 and 100 health based on charge level. Then also updated the deploy timing so charging can begin faster after you select the gadget. We've also got several weapon updates in this patch as well. The new machete is here. Hollow point and synthetic tip ammo now cost less on most weapons. Rangefinder now plays sound cues when a range check starts and it actually completes. They fixed an issue on the CZ3A1 where throwing grenades while it was equipped would introduce a delay before the grenade was actually thrown. They fixed an issue on the DB12 where certain attachments didn't animate correctly. Tweaked and retuned the DB12 animation tags as well. Fixed a camera recoil being lower than intended with the THRDS 1x optic. That same optic now appears correctly on the B36A4 and the SVD. They tweaked and retuned the M87A1 animation values, corrected an issue where aiming sideways when using melee weapons could cause missing yaw rotation, then corrected an issue where the violet laser was not providing its intended benefit when on the NVO, which is basically like the go-to laser now. Progression, we also get several updates here too. One reoccurring point of feedback has been that weapon mastery progression can feel too dependent on kills and assists. Players who spend a match repairing vehicles or supporting their squad are still contributing, but in that it's not always been reflected in progression. To address that, we've added a time-based component to weapon mastery. Players will now continue earning progress through active use even if they're not regularly getting kills or assists. XP earned from kills and assists is unchanged, making this an increase to the overall XP earn rate. So they added a new progression system that awards XP for weapon and vehicle just for use, adjusted XP earn rates by roughly 5 to 10% to bring them closer in line with multiplayer there, corrected the tracking for challenges so that damage by stationary aim-guided missiles now counts towards explosive damage criteria, corrected the end of round unlock flow so the Scorpion now appears correctly after completing its challenge necessary to actually get it, corrected the capture objectives in a vehicle challenge, corrected the week 6 deal damage with grenade launchers or grenades challenge, corrected the kill enemies with sniper rifle kills, headshot kills count double, so that's now tracking correctly. They fixed the underbarrel grenade launcher challenge, the rapid fire 1 challenge, the Battlefield Pro Season 2 Challenge 5 reward now correctly unlocks there, corrected the capture or defend sectors in sector-based mode challenge, the deal damage as a squad in multiplayer challenge, kill enemies from a distance of 25 meters or less now also displays correctly. They corrected the get kills and assists in multiplayer challenges there, capture an enemy flag without leaving the vehicle in conquest, breakthrough, or escalation, get kills and assists with shotguns, kills and assists in battle royale counts triple, so that's now correctly fitting its in-game criteria. They fixed a bunch of challenges here, basically is what they've gone through and made it so that these are either correctly tracking or they're going to be tracking more efficiently now. Same deal here, so just a lot of challenge updates. They've also improved some of the Red Bull ones as well, some weekly missions in there, updated Assault 1 assignments so the incorrect or category no longer appears, various more challenge fixes there. If you wanted to read the exact specifics on these, if you're looking for a distinct one challenge, feel free to go ahead and pause the video on that. UI and HUD also gets an absolute ton of updates here too, correcting a lot of various niche things. So once more, in the interest of time, if you want to read the exact specifics here, feel free to go ahead and pause the video. It's a lot of, like I said, very specific, very niche ones here where it might be one calling card here and there or some text in a bundle, things of that nature here. But there are quite a few UI and HUD updates all throughout these patch notes here, most of which you'll probably not actually notice in game unless you had like one specific thing that was bugging you on the menu or in some specific spot. But like I said, that's like the bulk of these patch notes is all these UI and HUD updates. So a ton was improved or fixed or adjusted there so that things are more accurate across the board. We also get some settings updates here. Added a Dead Zones draw tool to the controller tuning, providing an in-game overlay that actually visualizes so you can see your dead zones more specifically. That's a huge W there. Corrected campaign settings in a couple of different ways there. Corrected ground vehicle control naming so the in-game option now matches the intended wording there. Corrected graphics presentation so the VRAM meter now appears and behaves correctly. Corrected input values with the infantry mouse slider so that shows the intended value being changed. Corrected mount breakout option text. The system setup wording in game also now matches the intended description. They corrected the keyboard and mouse pilot subsection. Corrected the vibration settings reset flow so the reset key now actually works there. Corrected the save flow for settings during campaign missions. Improved the credits menu and then also the options menu so back and escape now gets you back to where you want to be. Improved the single player settings so infantry aim, zoom assist, snap no longer appears there. Updated motion blur settings as well. We also ended up getting quite a few new portal updates with this patch. They added the portal gadget to Battlefield 6 and REDSEC custom experiences there. Corrected the combat area setup so exclusion zones surrounding combat areas and team assignments now work correctly. Corrected gas mask inventory behavior so it no longer appears when all gadgets are restricted. Corrected MCOM setups there. Corrected vehicle spawn behavior. Corrected vehicle event behavior. Corrected portal bot behavior so bots now attack and defend capture points correctly. Improved password protected server joins. Improved portal mode availability, and then updated the mod setup function so that now works correctly. There were also some specific builder tools and web app updates here. If you want to read the exact specifics once more, feel free to go ahead and pause the video on those. Same deal with the spatial editor and content updates. Stability and scripting also got a few fixes here, correcting and improving some stability around that stuff. Verified experiences and Gauntlet also got some corrections and some improvements there too. Then we saw several audio updates, or heard several audio updates, I guess I should say. They improved sound obstruction on vehicles, so maybe vehicles won't sneak up to you in some situations there, depending on where you're at on a map. Improved support for spatial audio on PlayStation. Tall grass surfaces now play the correct audio more consistently. Tweaked Walla sounds for improved ambience. Minigun audio on the Little Bird has been polished there. Corrected audio options with voice chat subsection, so it now matches the intended settings design. Corrected the multiplayer audio options, so soldier and campaign voice lines no longer appear there. Fixed missing zoom audio on the F61V. Improved button audio, so selecting skins or decals now actually plays a sound there. Not a huge deal with that. Improved firing range target audio. Added new hurt voice reactions when taking damage from the repair tool specifically. Then reduced the repetition on generic impact sounds for the repair tool. We also saw some bot updates here. They enabled bot backfill in operations, extended bot vehicle support, improved bot behavior in general, so that they require the crouch or prone movement. Now they can navigate spaces that need those. Improved bot steering, improved bot target prioritization, improved air combat behavior so bots and aircraft engage more often, improved navigation for bots across contaminated, improved navigation near HQ on firestorm so bots no longer get stuck, and also updated vehicle bot behavior so bots can now use the armored transport vehicle. REDSEC also gets its own series of updates and patch notes here. As mentioned, we have that new training path that corrected the RGM second chance tutorial flow and improved the round end transition in Gauntlet so players no longer get stuck on a black screen there. With strike packages, they added armor plates to the ammo drop, added a new high value strike package called Armor Drop, which gives you a large amount of armor plates, adjusted the high value strike package spawn chances, and increased the amount of ammo awarded by the ammo drop strike package as well. With gadgets here, they corrected the C4 inventory behavior in Gauntlet. They corrected the C4 inventory behavior there as well. Then also the initial spawn beacons, so they now sit properly on the ground. The map also got several updates here. They corrected intel cache spawning, corrected the MBT law placement inside of the weapons cache container, corrected shotgun and grenade loot spawns, corrected the javelin loot interaction in the box truck. They improved loot distribution in areas such as seal and solar array, improved the opening speed of armory crates and airdrop containers, so those are going to be a bit more seamless now. Improved safe placement by the lighthouse by moving the effective safe off of a destructible surface. Improved access to the MRAPV loot by clearing gadgets placed in front of doors. They updated MRAPV and safe spawns, so they now include 2 armor plates instead of 1, so you can get more armor out of that. Updated the REDSEC mode destruction value, so plaster, concrete, and other heavy objects take 2 sledgehammers instead of 4. That does not impact multiplayer. With UI and HUD in REDSEC, rank, gated loot items, vehicles, and missions now display in the ping feed. In BR, they added icons to bunker entrances and exits so you can see those easier now. Updated local kill feed colors, corrected loot card weapon zoom information. In Gauntlet, they updated the in-game Gauntlet presentation to better match labs references. With audio, they improved the spot ping audio and then also updated the Comoros audio flow so the menu arrival sound no longer plays when you open it in BR. With progression, they reworked XP progression in BR and Gauntlet to better reward time invested. And then with Battle Royale specific progression updates, corrected the class challenge for completing matches as a class so it now updates correctly without requiring a BR win. Corrected some challenges here as well. Improved the end of round stats cinematic weighting so players' standout performances are highlighted better. Then also increased the score awarded from kills and damage assists in BR by 50%. In Gauntlet, a few weekly challenge updates there as well. And that concludes the plethora of patch notes for the Hunter and Prey update, or the 1.2.3 update. That said, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like on it, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button on your way out to stay up to date with everything going on in Battlefield. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.